Hello everyone, or should I say, hey alle zusammen, good morgen, good eftermiddag, good afternoon och god dag. Hoppas I alle har en god dag idag. Mitt namn är Lex, och välkommen tillbaka till GTA 5. Okay, that was a language that I had no idea how to say any words. That was Danish, apparently, and the reason I've gone for Danish is actually because I couldn't find any comment that suggested a Swedish intro, because today we're looking at a sort of Swedish new car in GTA 5. It is this, the Volcar Figureight for GTA Online. This is actually based, as you can see from the front here, on the Volvo Amazon, quite clearly the Volvo Amazon, and also there's a little bit of Chevy Nomad going on with this as well, especially with the shape and this sort of rear bit. This doesn't look very Volvo-y. And this goes for, on GTA Online, the very fair price of $335,000, which actually still sounds quite like a lot of money, but when you compare it to the prices of other cars, you sort of say like, yeah, okay, this is a fair price. It's not a fast car. It doesn't really help you in any way with anything. This is a car that you're buying purely because you think it looks cool and you want to make a cool looking car. That's it. So actually, in that case, perhaps it is a complete rip-off, but, well, I'm going to say for this, compared to the Jester, which is worth a lot more money than this is worth the money, because this is actually a decently made car, and there's actually some nice tuning parts for this as well. So before we get into tuning this car up and checking it all out, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below as always, and also Instagram _Figureight for that as well. Okay, here we are on the top. I figured it's nice and sunny outside. We'll come up here and we'll check the car out. So for those of you wondering why I haven't been doing videos for the last few days, basically it's because GTA broke, because for those of you who didn't realize, I was actually using an older version of GTA with the ported in files from the latest update, and in order to keep that going you have to run GTA in offline mode, and after some time it will stop working because it wants you to reactivate online, which obviously will force an update for you, and that's why it's taken me until now. And it also is the reason why we have no menus mod right now. We're having to go back to Quant V. But nevertheless, we can still go ahead and tune this car and check it out. So here we are with the Volcar, not the Volvo, but the Volcar Figureight. Now, I'm not sure what Figureight is based on. It's a bit of a weird name. Obviously, this is supposed to be based on the Volvo Amazon. You would have thought it would have some sort of Amazonian name, but no, I'm sure there's some rhyme or reason to it. But here's the interior, nice classic interior, very deep dashboard, I should say, for something of this age. Cars that are this old didn't really have dashboards like this, did they? This seems really deep and modern, but whatever. And then we have the back, there we have the sides, and there is the front. And it also has this European style plate as well, like you would find on the Pagani as well. So that's another interesting touch that Rockstar has added. Although I've got to be honest, I'm still not a fan of this whole plate thing, because actually that's not legal in America. But at least it's on the back, so I guess you could say it's just a vanity plate, because some states do actually allow that, and I guess Los Santos does. But yeah, we do have the original on the back. So let's go ahead and start tuning this thing up. So let's go to Quant V, let's go to tuning parts. Let's start off with spoilers, whatever that actually is. It's actually sun visors. So we have the basic sun visor. Oh, okay, this is cool. We have the rusted, we have the retro, and then we have the rusted retro. Okay, I could already tell right now where the styling is going to go for this. We're definitely going to be able to get a rusty build out of this. And I think because we're in California, well, actually because we're in the GTA equivalent of California, I really want to go for like a SoCal style one. You know, like nice fresh colors, like this blue, in fact. Like a surf type car, you know what I mean? Like you get like the Beetles that are modified like that. I want this to be some sort of like surf wagon or something like that. So I think this is going to work out. So actually for this one, I'm going to go for the retro visor, I think, because I don't know. Actually, do you know what? Basic visor. I'm going to make this first one like a surf hot rod style car. Then on the front bumper, we have the options to remove. Oh, that's quite cool. I like that, although I hope that we can get rid of that side skirt as well, because that does look a bit short on the front, but that does look very cool. We also have the rusted bumper. We have the tuner bumper, which is a little gruesome. Then we have the Tourer bumper, which again I'm not really a fan of. That's a very modern touch under there, which I'm not too sure about. Or we have the rusted Tourer. So I guess really the options that we have are removed, stock, and rusted. And do you know what? I actually like this whole basic chrome look, so I'm going to keep that stock bumper for this build. Then we have on the rear the options for the stock chrome, the removed bumper. Oh, which does look very cool though. I do like how that looks. And I've also just realized that I've had the game in slow motion mode, so yeah, apologies if the sound has been a bit weird. And then we also have the rusted bumper as well. I tell you what, I actually really like how that looks. I really feel like, in fact, because I was actually going to go for like a nice sort of like elegant chrome full spec'd out surf thing, but if I was to make this like a surf rod, I don't know. Oh man, there's so many really cool ways that this build could go. This is a really cool car. I am in love with this, especially compared to the Jester. This is my thing. I love this. And do you know what? For this one, I'm actually going to keep that stock as well. On the side skirts, these are actually mirrors, not skirts. We have the stock. We have the rusted mirror. We have, let's try and get a good angle for these. We have the custom mirror. We have the rusted custom mirror. We have the stock fender mirrors. We have the rusted versions. Then we have the custom fender mirrors, rusted. And then we have the retro up the top here. And then the rusted version. I think I actually really like these custom mirrors down here, but I want them on the fenders. Like that. That is really cool and retro. I like that. Then on the exhaust, we have the option of the stock exhaust. We have the shotgun exhaust, which just adds one next to it. Or we have the dual exhaust, which just basically moves it to the other side. Like that. Do you know what? I really like the look of the dual. I'm going to go for that. The frame is actually going to be a wooden interior. Let's just get onto the interior so we can see what's going to change here. Oh, okay. Okay, how does this change in the front? Oh, it even makes all this wood as well. Oh, now that is cool. That whole thing changes to wood. I like that. Wood, especially with this. I have a feeling like I'm not even going to change this color because this color is just perfect for this. But this wood just matches perfectly. Then onto the lights. We have the stock. We have the basic lights, which is just these little lights down here. The Tourer lights. The race lights. The rally lights. And then the Rally de Polito. Oh, even with the old classic sign on it. I mean, it doesn't really go with the simple, classic, old school look that I want to go for, but that is very cool. I like that, but I think for this one, we're going to have to keep it stock because I don't really want all these extra lights and stuff on here. Just sort of clashes with the style I'm going for. Then on the hood, we actually don't have any hood options for this one. On the fenders, we have the stock. We have the rusted trim. Oh, okay. This is the whole way around. All of that is rusted. All of that is rusted. All of the grille, this bit here around the lights, all of that, even round to the back, all of this is rusted. We also have the half mast. Okay, we can make a Woody. That is cool. And then we also have the full wood. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. I tell you what is bugging me though. Not the same wood in and out. Would have been nice if we could have had the same matching wood in and out, or at least have two wood options. But to have a Woody in GTA is still very cool, and let's not take that out of context. Yeah, I'm going to go for, I don't know, the half mast is still cool, but I think the full wood might be the one to go for this one. If I want to make this just a nice classic surfer's style car. Actually, would a surfer have the wood paneling? I don't know if that's in there. I think it might be, do you know? Do you know what? I'm going to go for it. Then we also have some more rusted trim options. We have the stock. We have the rusted lids. Ah, okay. We have some eyelids here. We have the secondary trim. So actually stock, we do have the eyelids as well. But then we also have the one without the eyelids. Then we have the rusted version. We have this sort of like retro trim thing. That's very hot rod as well. Then we have the rusted version. Then we have the headlight tape version. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's just too many accessories, though. This is the thing that I'm scared of. I don't want to over-accessorize this car, because I do want to go for a simple classic look. So I'm not too sure about that one. I might just go for the secondary trim. Just go for that without the eyelids. Then onto the roof, we have... Oh, I can actually see the word surfboard there. This is working out in my favor. We have the stock. We have the roof rack. We have the rusted rack. We have the ski rack. Interesting. Interesting because it's got, like... actually what looks like body panel attached there. That's not sort of like a rack. That's sort of like something built into the roof there. Then we have the small luggage rack. We have the loads of luggage rack. And then we have the classic surfboard. Oh, that is so cool. I love that so much. Then we have on the engine, let's just go for number 4, brakes, number 3, transmission. I mean, this is not exactly perfect how this all works out. Suspension, I'm just going to run through this. So we have the stock. We had number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this does actually get relatively low for GTA standards. We'll definitely get this lower though, I think. We can also have the air suspension with the Quant V mod, so we could actually put that on through. Whoa! Okay. Do you know what? Seems that sort of like automatically cambers and makes it look low and everything else. That sort of works for this car, I think. I don't even think we need to touch V-Stancer on this. Then we have actually some livery options, I believe, but they're going to be on the next page. Do we have anything else in the Benny's Lowrider mod section? The thing is, with this one, you have to actually check each one individually, otherwise you'd never know. No, none of those, but we do have some liveries, which I have a feeling might require us getting rid of this wood temporarily, so I'm going to have to do that. I'll tell you what, though, it does look very cool without the wood. I'm very conflicted with what to go for on this car, because there are so many cool options with this. But on the livery, we have the stock. We have the classic stripes going up the middle here, which I don't think really suits this car. We have the retro on this side. That's very hot rods. That's cool. We have the Dirty 30. Again, not too sure about the stripes, but the old classic sort of 30 font does fit in pretty nicely. Then we have the Zombix Racer. I mean, is this really a race car? I don't know. We also have the Power Metal, which is, again, another sort of liveried up race car. Not really sure that suits this car either, but I guess if it was sort of like rally inspired, then sure. But I'm not too convinced about this one. Then we have the Rally de Polito. See, now, this is a bit more of a rally one. It still looks very racy, but do you know what? That actually works because it has all of this in here. The Rally de Polito going on. So yeah, maybe we'll make a rally version. There's so many versions I could make. We have the Scooters Bro Racer. That's a very classic style as well. We have the Volcar Racing one going around here with the orange stripe. Again, not convinced. The Macbeth Racer. By the way, this is where you guys tell me, oh, actually, the Volvo Amazon was involved in loads of races in these things and, you know. But to me, I don't know. I don't like how they look on this car. And then we have, of course, the rusted version. This is going to look so cool when we make a rusted build version in a minute. That is a perfect looking rusted livery. But do you know what it would have been nice to have seen? Just some sort of old school classic style liveries like the old garage thing written on the side in the old font sort of fading away or something like that if you wanted a little bit extra. But it's either, for me, going to be rusted, nothing, and maybe the retro depending on what sort of style I get, but no more than that. For this one, we're going to keep it stock, and so I guess I might as well put the wood back. There we go. Okay, then onto the wheels, and I want to go for some white wall tyres on this one. So we could go for the smoothie. Actually, I want to change that white wall. That's a bit too far out. No, that's still, I feel like a bit too thick. That's now in red. Oh, I guess, why have we got that little bit of black there? I don't want that little bit of black there, to be honest. But you know what, we'll go for the full white, I think, on this one. And we'll go for the solid colour smoothie instead of that one, because I don't want to go for all chrome either. Oh, man, I'm really not sure, actually. Maybe I should go for a smaller white wall. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Let's go to set rim colour, and we'll try and find a nice red for it. I think maybe something like red, or maybe utility red. What's going to be the... it's going to be slightly... Oh, the bright red works. That's nice. I think that looks really nice, actually. I'm going to go for that, although it is perhaps breaking away slightly from the surf look. Maybe I'll go for a cream. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, we've got like an off-white or a worn off-white or something like that, or a straw beige, dark brown. Yeah, I don't know. Where's the cream in this? Oh, here we go. Cream. Oh, now that's going to work. I think that's going to work quite nicely. But I'm still not completely convinced with which one of these white wall combinations to go for. I think that might be it. And then we have the paint color, which is actually very cool in Quant V, the way that this can work. Whoa! Okay, I did not mean to... Okay. Okay, now I'm changing the paint type. We're getting all sorts of weird things. Apparently, you can change the color of all of this. And it's now made it black, which I didn't intend to happen. But actually, we could get that working. Oh, look at the chrome. This is ridiculous. Okay. Let's just go for color secondary first of all. Ah, so it does change all of that. Now I wonder what this would look like in a cream. This might be a bit too much, but okay, that's too much. We'll just go and make all of that chrome, I think. Then on the primary, well, let's just have a look, see what we can find. Something nice, and that's going to be too bright as a blue. That's going to be too dark. I want to go for something nice, fresh, and summery and seaside-like, so a blue. Okay, so I've gone through, and although this is very similar to the color that we started with, I think this baby blue just looks great on it, in my opinion. So I'm going to go for that. And there we have that. Can we have the faded paint? I don't know what cars the fade paint actually works on, to be honest. But there we go. There is our first Figureight. And there it is, driving all slammed on some cream smoothies with white wall tyres. This nice blue paint. I want to go take this down to the seaside, down by the beach, because I think that is where it's going to fit in. Okay, so here we are, down by the beach. And I think this car is completely in its element. If we just go down here, I want to go further down to the beach, so we can see this near the sand. Oh, look at that. That is fitting. That is... Okay, I've angered these people. I should probably go. Not a nice area. I've been to the real life version of this. I don't really think it's that nice of an area. I probably wouldn't ever go again. And we can go park down here. Hopefully we don't anger any more people. And there we go. Look at that. In fact, let's just go for non-slow motion, because that's just sort of freaky. And there it is. Look at that. What a beauty. Right, so now that we've done this, I want to go and make a full sort of rusted hot rod style version. So let's go. Okay, so here we are with the finished product, and I'll tell you what, I just cannot keep away from having this blue color. I've gone for a slightly different shade of blue. This one's a little bit richer, but I just couldn't help myself to have it blue and rusted as well. And what I also did with this one is I also decided to go for some modern looking wheels. They were sort of like a... I don't know how you would explain this middle bit, but yeah, I thought that if I was to go for some wheels like this, it would look quite cool. It's sort of like a mix of modern and classic. In fact, oh, that's quite good with all the rust on that thing coming through there. Although I don't think I can get that. No, that doesn't really work. Okay. But have a look at these two builds right here. Now, what I could also do, I've actually just gone for rusted everything on this one. What I could do is I could just go and get rid of those bumpers. It's the bit I've been trying to figure out if it actually looks better. We can get rid of that. That does actually reset the wheels, annoyingly, because I did actually make those bigger as well. And we can also remove bumper on the rear. The middle section really needs a remove function, I feel. I mean, I know that the door goes to there. It's just a shame that we can't get rid of that bit in the middle, because it's actually quite deep, really. We don't even have like a thin version of it. So when you get rid of the bumpers, I mean, I think that looks really cool. And on the back, I think that does it really cool as well. But when you look at it like this, with the side, it's weird. So I am actually going to put back rusted bumpers on that one. And there we go, I'll make the wheels bigger again. And there we are with our second build. So now, all I've got left, I guess, is doing a hot rod version. I don't know how this is going to look. Or should we actually do the rally version? We've done sort of like two ones that could be considered some form of rod of some type. We've got like a surf style. We've got a rat rod. So let's move on then to like a fully functional rally, Palito Bay, sort of like Paris-Dakar style one. Yeah, let's see how that turns out. Okay, and here we are with the third build completed. Now, you might see a bit of a trend that's gone on with all three of these. I've decided just to have them in different shades of blue because I just think this car looks really nice in blue. But I've gone a little bit different with this one. Whereas this one had the chrome secondary, this one had the rusted and all the secondary stuff. This one I decided to just match all the paint. Now I was going to go for a matte colour, but I decided to just go for a nice classic shiny paint. And I've gone for the Palito Bay sign with lights. I've got rid of the front bumper. I was going to go for the taped up lights, but I actually didn't really like how they looked all taped up, so I've just gone for that in a matching colour. And then I've gone for the Palito Bay graphics on the side here. And then we also have the roof rack as well, just because I feel like a rally sort of, you know, like a long-term rally car would probably have something like that on the roof. Although, to be honest, it would have been really nice if there was also an option to fill the back with that stuff instead of it being on the roof. And then around the back, I've got rid of the bumper. I've got some shotgun exhausts on here. And I've gone for these off-roader wheels, and I've made them bigger, I've made them wider, I've poked them out, and I've lifted the suspension, and you get this. Which actually, I was a bit worried about taking the bumpers off, especially with this side bit that I've noted, but when it's lifted, you just don't notice it as much. I guess it's only when it's slammed that it really looks bad. But when it's lifted, there we go. That is a true mix of cars right there. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite? Do you like the nice, clean, sort of surf, SoCal style one with some wood paneling going on? Perhaps you'd like it without the wood paneling, with all the cream wheels and the white walls and just nice, clean, smooth chrome. Maybe you like the rusted out with the modern wheels, just an interesting take on it. Also gone for cream, I remember there. I perhaps should have changed that colour, but oh well. And I also had wood paneling in there as well, because I just love wood paneling, and also it matches up with the roof rack right there. Or maybe you like this. The lifted rally car without all the bumpers, all matching paint, all round. Get a load of those. I think that this is one of the coolest cars that Rockstar brought out in a long time. I love this sort of thing. I don't care if it's functional or not, especially because in single player, at least it doesn't bother me. I mean, this was designed for online mode, and I guess in online, this car doesn't really have much use other than it just looks cool, and it'd be nice for people to sort of like meet up with these and drive them around. But in single player mode, I mean, I can make one of these do 200 miles an hour, I'm sure. So speed doesn't really matter, but there we go. That is it for this video. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting, and subscribing. Let me know in the comment section below which one of these cars is your favourite. And that's it. Also, I just want to say, for those of you that are still sort of sending out some translated intros to do at the start of these videos, it would be nice if it was correctly translated, because I've done some recently and then I've had loads of comments telling me that it was poorly translated or whatever. So make sure it's just neatly translated. Try and translate how to say GTA as well, and also how to say 5, because that doesn't always get left in. And also, please make sure that you understand the language, again, if you're translating it, because I've seen some translations for like Korean and Chinese and Japanese, and they weren't really accurate. If you can speak any one of those languages, please leave the correctly translated intro in the comment section below. But that's it for this video. If you've enjoyed this video, as I've said, please leave comments and likes and stuff like that, and click the bell, because we've also been having a lot of problems lately with notifications on YouTube. If you want to be notified of new videos, you have to subscribe and then click the bell and tell it that you always want to be notified of every new video. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. But there we are. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.